presents the Beat Basement, where you hear from your livest producers, all of them. And this is where it all goes down, where you hear the funky sounds, from the producers that's up and coming to Grammy Award winning, all of them. And I'm your host Swish, and we going in, everything going in. Renzo, super producer. What's up, Wall?
I'm trying.
You there, man? Fly high.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Know where we at? Flying high. Like we always do. Lose it. Well, on this episode, man, we got this super producer, man. He's so debonair, man, so fresh, so clean. He stay right, and his beats so tight. Man, I got my boy Renzy 808.
What's going on, man? Appreciate you.
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Thanks for being on the show, man.
Nah, no problem, man. Honored to be here, man. It's a blessing.
That's what's up. So let's get right into it, man. Tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Renzy 808, born and raised in Hawaii. 808 is my area code. I know a lot of people think that it's for 808 Mafia, but
yeah.
I'm not an 808 Mafia. That's just my area code.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Hawaii, and decided to move to Atlanta and give music a try, and here it is.
That's dope. 808, they thinking, right. 808 Mafia, they thinking Kick, they thinking all that, man.
Nah, it's my area code.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hawaii? Honolulu?
Yeah. So Honolulu is the capital. The Oahu is that island, and that's the same island I'm from. But I'm from like the west side, the leeward side of the island.
Okay. That's all right, man. So you got them straight up drums, like them real island drums in your sauce.
Yeah, sometimes I throw some in there. I think mostly a lot of music we listen to in Hawaii is really reggae based, and sometimes our influence, you see that influence in some of my music.
Yeah. Is that some of how your style is, or what kind of style?
Man, I definitely would consider myself an R&B producer, really mostly R&B. I mean, I do hip hop and stuff as well, but I would say like Hawaiian music, like local music that we listen to in Hawaii, is like R&B mixed with reggae. So I think converting to R&B is an easier, conversion than converting straight from like that Hawaiian music to straight to, hip hop or trap music.
Gotcha. Well, man, you definitely got that sound, man. You definitely got that sound, and you got that swag. I see it all over. You know what I'm saying? Tell them folks about the suit, the tie. Do that add to the beats?
So not really. To me, honestly, I'm very unmaterialistic. Like I don't really wear jewelry, and sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get me to dress up, but. Because at the end of the day, I believe that I want my music to speak for itself, and I want to dress nice, but it's more so about the product and me as a person than the actual material stuff that I wear. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. How was it growing up in Hawaii? Like,
it was fun. I mean, it was different.
Beach every day, or?
You could. I mean, there's a lot of times I went to the beach. I played every sport growing up. I was an athlete first. I played baseball, football, volleyball, basketball, ran track. Like I literally did it all. And sports is really big in Hawaii. So I grew up in a very athletic family, playing with my cousins and all. So very, very athletic lifestyle. Yeah.
How'd you get off the island?
So I first got off the island after high school. I graduated from Kapolei High School in Hawaii, and
what's it called?
Kapolei.
Kapolei.
Yeah, Kapolei.
Y'all got them names, man.
Yeah. So after I graduated high school, I went to Maryland. I went to college in Maryland. I was playing baseball and studying computer science. And after my freshman year, I transferred back to the University of Hawaii, and the plan was to play baseball there and getting ready for the season. And I got hurt. Got into a car accident. And while I was doing physical therapy and everything, I started dabbling. Like, I always played the piano growing up.
Yeah.
So while I was doing physical therapy, that just allowed me to really like spend time making music, because one of my friends was big into music, and he was like, hey, you know, this is something you can do while you have physical therapy. And I started,
What'd you hurt?
I hurt my back.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Throwing or
No,
swinging?
I got to a car
in the
accident,
home.
Yeah, so like I was like at a standstill, and somebody just literally just ran right into the back of me. I got like whiplash. And
in Maryland?
yeah. No, it was in Hawaii.
Damn.
Yeah, it was in Hawaii. And then yeah, so it took like a year of physical therapy. I didn't realize how important your back is to every slight movement. Like, even eating was like, damn, you need your back to eat. Like, yeah, you need your back for everything. Your back is very important. And I learned that way. But yeah, so while I was doing physical therapy, that's when I really started getting into music, and come to find out I had a talent for it, and I chased it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So your partner that turned you on to it,
yeah.
he's still making music, or?
Yeah, I think he does. I think I really took it like for him, I think it was more so a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if it took off from him, but I really made it like, nah, like, this is what I want. Yeah.
So you was just like, I'm done with sports, man. This it.
Yeah,
this it.
Exactly.
What'd your family say? Like, I know they was big on sports.
Yeah, I mean, my mom, they're gonna support me whatever I decide to do. You know, they know it was a tough road, but they felt like if anybody could do it, it's me, because like, just my mentality. Like, if you know me, you understand, like, when I want to do something, I'm gonna take the time to learn how to get good at whatever it was, and it comes from sports. I think a lot of my personality was built from like doing sports, and that's why I'm a big advocate of like kids doing sports, because it teaches you life lessons and stuff too.
Yeah. So, do you think you'd be probably coaching or something, like, if you wasn't?
I don't know what.
Making music.
Doing. Yeah, I'll definitely probably be coaching. Yeah, probably. So, yeah, definitely.
So after the injury, you was just like, you know.
After the injury, I was trying to come back. I was like, you know, damn, it's gonna be a long road back. You know, but when I started, that's when I really started to fall in love with making music. Cause like, you know, playing the piano was always just a hobby. I play it, you know, on my own time. Really, like, no one else is there, and I'm just playing the piano like for my own music.
Right.
You know, maybe some family will walk in and stuff, but so now that I started making music, and people could start to hear what I was creating, and they were liking it and everything, it gave me the motivation to be like, oh, yo, this is maybe something I was meant to do. You know, it's kind of like that switch clicked, and it was like, you know, maybe this is God's way of saying, like, this is what you were supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
How's your back now? I mean, when you're hitting it from, you know.
My back is better, but definitely, like, if I do something athletic, after a while it starts nagging again.
Gotcha.
So, like, even when we had the producer basketball games, like with me, Young Land, and all them, I could go out there and play still, and then like after like 3-4 games, my back started hurting, and I was like, all right, it's time to relax a little bit.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Who's your squads? You got some?
Like for
all of them. Basketball.
Well, so I don't really have a favorite. Like, see, the thing, especially in Hawaii, we don't have no professional team.
Why?
I don't know. We have no professional team. So University of Hawaii is kind of like our professional team.
Yeah.
We only have the college. So growing up, I used to like follow players. Like, I love LeBron. When baseball, I like Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
You know, football. Randy Moss was my favorite growing up, and especially UFC. Like I like Max Holloway and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm from Cali, so a lot of Samoans, a lot of Hawaiians would come to California, and I grew up with a few, man. So, yeah, man, big, you know, definitely respect, props, all that stuff here, man. Yep. Let's see, what else can I ask you, man? Tell us a story about hip hop.
Okay, let's see. What kind of story, man?
Like one that you know that you ain't gonna forget. One that was like, okay, I made it.
Okay, my first I made it moment will probably be when after that. One of my first records was Yellow Beezy. Like my first kind of bigger records was Yellow Beezy and YG. Safe to say. So when that came out, and we went, Yellow Beezy had like a release party or something, and I went to, and L.A. Reid came up to me and was like, "You did Safe to Say?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "That's my favorite song on the album," and you know, he shook my hand, and a photographer actually caught a picture of that moment, and when I look back on that picture, and it shows L.A. Reid shaking my hand, I'm like, damn, that's kind of was like, damn, that's my first moment, like realizing like, damn, I'm achieving my goals, you know?
Take off.
Yeah.
Fly high. That was it. That was it. No looking down now. Can't look at the earth no more now, man. Yeah. How is it working now with numerous artists, man, that are high profile and stuff?
Man, it's a blessing, man. I just try to humble myself and learn from them. I always try to pick and observe and don't act like I know more than the people that been doing this for a while. You know, I feel like when you are open to being a sponge, like great things will happen. So, and you'll get better yourself, and you'll be able to integrate what you already know with some stuff that they know. So whenever I'm around somebody like that, I just try to learn and observe and take in as much knowledge as I can.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to put you on blast or nothing, man. But the other day, I see you in the studio with Neo, man. Is something special working with him?
Man, it's amazing working with him. I've been working with him like almost every day this week, and like just being able to pick his brain and watch his process, and for him to like respect my craft and think that I'm good at what I do is a blessing. Like, damn, I made a comment to him. I joked about it. I was like, man, like, So Sick made me cry as a kid.
Right.
Like cry growing up. So like, everybody has girl issues or whatever. It's like, man, So Sick, man, he made me cry. And seeing him smile and realizing that, man, I had an influence on some of these people coming up. Like that's cool to see, and it makes me want to be that when I get there. Like I want a kid to come up to me and be like, man, Renzy, what you made when I was in high school, touch me, and that'd be pretty cool to kind of pass it down.
Yeah. What DAW do you use?
FL 20.
You been on that since?
Yeah, and I bought it. I don't have a crack. To let you know, I bought it. Mine is all good, but yeah, FL 20, man. I've been using FL. Started with FL 9 or 10. FL 10 I started with, and I'm on 20.
That's what's up, man. You got your own studio, man. How'd you start? Like, did you just be like, okay, my goal is to get a actual studio, not in-house, or I'm fine with you know what I'm saying? How'd you?
Well, it was always a goal to eventually have my own studio, because first coming here, you always just have to go to other studios. And then I also have my own company where I have a few artists under me, like Wise and Hazel, Paulo, Lauren, Cuddy, and it would be more cost efficient if we just had our home studio where they can record instead of constantly having to pay to go all these. Especially when we know how to do it. I went to school. I transferred from University of Hawaii to the Art Institute of Atlanta to study music. So I know how to record and everything. So it just was more cost efficient if we just get our own studio and we can record whenever and record other people versus having to constantly pay every time.
Right. Do you still have like a artist that you're developing?
Yeah, I have a few. Wise and Hazel, Paulo, ATL, Lauren, and Cuddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these aren't producers; these are actual
artists. They're artists.
Okay.
Yeah. And all of them sing really, except Cuddy. But yeah, mostly all of them sing.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man. That's real dope. Yeah. How'd your sound evolve, man?
I gotten way better from, I say evolved from collaborating with other producers and really just on the job. Like when you start getting in rooms and learning from other people and collaborating with other people and seeing what they do and watching the whole process, like I said, you start evolving as well. And that's how my sound evolved. It came from watching Young Land and watching Super Mario and watching Done Deal and the producers that are hot that are doing it right now and learning and seeing what they're doing, but also adding what you know.
Right.
So I think it's like iron sharpens iron, because there's some things that I'm sure that some of the producers that I collab with that I taught them. So it's cool, like to be iron sharpen iron.
Yeah. And at first she was just like, man, I don't need. I'm making beats by myself, man.
A little bit. I mean, I was never unopen to it, but I just coming here, I didn't know nobody. I had to start kind of by myself because I came to a whole new city, didn't really know nobody. The people I started meeting was the people that I was in my class and stuff, and so it started with me by myself, but as I started networking slowly, then my network started growing. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So that what would be the hardest thing, that you've learned?
The hardest thing that I've learned, or something that I had to learn like the hard way.
Yeah.
Something I had to learn the hard way is I would say timing. Like timing is everything, and I had to learn the hard way that there's a time, certain times are better than others. And what I mean by that is I realized like opportunities is not just simple as emailing a beat or something like that. And I realized timing is important. So when you have an opportunity, you have to make the best advantage of it, to take advantage of it. A good example is like if you have the opportunity to pull up to the studio and let's say Young Thug is there or whatever, he's there and you have the opportunity to go there, but let's say it's an hour and a half drive and you're like, it's an hour and a half, man, I'll just send beats through an email. No, like I learned that you have to make that hour and a half drive and go there because like there's certain windows and there's certain ways to do things that you have to do it even if you don't want to do it, and it's all about timing. So when you have that time, that little opening, that window's not gonna be open forever, you have to take advantage of it. And I learned that the hard way because that kind of used to be me in a way, because it wasn't that I was lazy or anything. It was me more so being hesitant. Like I'm not from here. I heard rumors about certain studios, like, oh man, people get shot at that studio. So it's like, I felt like I didn't take full advantage of some opportunities, But everything happens for a reason, and looking back on it, I don't think I was ready yet anyway, because some of the early opportunities that I had that I felt like I fumbled, I don't think I was at the level as a like producer, like product wise. So it worked out because now I feel like I'm at a level where if I'm there, something great is gonna happen. But back then, it's one of those things where you thought you was the shit, but nah, man, you got a lot to learn.
Man, y'all heard it here first, man. Patience is key, and when them windows open, man, you gotta dive through it, man.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sound right now to use? What's your favorite
sound? There's a lot of sounds. I mean, I like my go-to sound is the piano.
Okay.
Like, love the piano. I wouldn't call myself Zaytoven or nothing like that on the piano, but definitely love the piano. I love the Rose, electric piano.
And that 808.
Yeah, definitely throwing some 808s, definitely.
Yeah. How'd you get started playing the piano? Just by ear, or?
Yeah, I really started by ear. I just, like enjoy music as a kid. I started by ear, started teaching myself how to play, and then I started like watching YouTube videos and stuff, like really learning into me. And then we had music in school and stuff, so I knew like the basics of reading music and everything. And then when I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta, I just took it up a level because now I was really studying music theory, and I learned from Miss Ostrovsky. She's a Russian lady that has perfect pitch, and like she was amazing. And like learning, I took her music theory class, and like really I took it seriously and really wanted to get music knowledge on how to build and do stuff. So
I heard music theory, once you get into it, man, your brain goes in so many different ways in thinking about music
definitely,
again.
because there's endless possibilities. There's so many different ways to do certain things, and so many different ways to modify same chord progressions. Like, people don't understand, like, you can take a similar chord progression and just play inversions of them and give it a different feel, and yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Woo, man. What's 3 things you need in the studio?
3 things I need in the studio. All I need is my computer, my hard drive, and my MIDI keyboard. That's all I need, man. I don't need I don't smoke weed, so I don't need to smoke. I might have a drink because I do drink, but really, all I need is my equipment, man.
Damn, I should have brought us something to sip on there, man. For real. Let the ladies know if you're single or not, because they hear them R&B beats and all that, man, and they want to know.
Nah, man, my heart is taken, man. I have a family, I have a son, and yeah, I'm off the market, man. Don't even try.
Oh, sorry, ladies. It's over with.
Don't even try, man.
Yep. What's your best investment in your equipment and stuff?
My best investment.
Well, musically,
my best investment was buying a laptop and buying FL Studio. I bought FL Studio. I bought the laptop, and the laptop that I got, it runs really like so much RAM and everything, high performance. And before, when I first started,
slow motion,
crashing, you're right. Crashing, don't have enough. Like, I had one of those, and like upgrading my laptop and my software, my plugins and everything, that took my beats to the next level. Okay. Because like there's certain plugins that you can't really use if you don't have the proper equipment.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How many plugins do you have?
Man, I have a lot. For sure. So I let people know, like, I love Omnisphere and Contact. So, and you need Contact, takes up a lot of space. So,
okay. Yeah. So you do use different ones?
Yeah, I use different VSTs.
Okay. Okay. How do you like to produce or make beats? Do you like to, be in the room with the artist or
being in the room with the artist is way better, definitely way better. And like even talking to Neo and them, like there's nothing like being in front of the artist and being there, and you get to read the artist too. Because now I hate sending packs over because I can't see the artist, so I can't tell what type of vibe he's on. It's kind of just like shooting in the dark.
Man.
Like hope you hit him. It's not the best way to do things. So for me, when I'm in the room, I can kind of gauge the room and see, okay, he vibing with this one, or he on this type of vibes right now, and I can play. I have a lot of beats, so I can play which beats based on what the situation, how the room is working. So being in the room is always better.
How do you stay relevant?
Man, I just focus on being the best as I can, and if you develop good relationships, I feel like you always stay relevant, because if you always develop good relationships with everybody, like everybody has something that they're going on, and if they involve you in it, then you're a part of it. So if you have a good relationship with all these people, it's like eventually something is going to hit, because you carry yourself in a certain way and you got good name. So that's one thing I want to do in this industry. I want people to think when they hear my name, like, oh, he does good business, or he's a good person, and I like working with him. Because I don't, like I said, I don't want to burn bridges. I don't want to burn bridges with nobody.
Yeah. How do you stay motivated?
My family motivates me. Like I said, I want to motivate my family in Hawaii. I want to motivate my son, and I want to just show. I have a lot of things I want to do after music, and just thinking about that is really what keeps me motivated, because I know this is a stepping stone for what I really want to do.
Okay.
And what I want to do for the island of Hawaii. Like, I really want to be a mogul for the state of Hawaii.
Shoot, you are. You already are. For real, man. First producer I ever met, come out of Hawaii and be popping and be hot, man. The hottest thing out of Hawaii.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man. Is your son, you gonna put your son in sports?
Oh yeah, he does everything. He does everything. So yeah, he's getting into music too. So
dope.
Yeah.
You gonna have him making beats, or you gonna be behind the mic?
Nah, he probably be making beats. If he's behind the mic, he didn't get that from his father. I'll tell you that much.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. 2021. Talk to me about it.
I think this is gonna be the best year I've ever had. For me, I know last year was a rough year for a lot of people, but for me, it was a blessing in disguise. And I think, every year since I got here has gotten better and better and better. So I just think it's gonna keep trending that way, and just keep going up. So.
Hey, that's what's up. Fly high, 808. Yeah. Thank God. Hey, we flying high. We ain't coming down.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man. That's